I prefer to play a summoning necromancer usually. Necromancer is also a great one. A great class. There they are. We have found the Syreen.
Attention, unidentified space vessel. Be warned. This slave world and its inhabitants belong to the Ur-Quan. I am Starbase Commander Talana of the slave planet Gaia. Your ship is not responding to standard hierarchy identification sequences.
That's because we're different.
You are therefore classed as independent. And what?
Human.
Is my monitor display correct?
Yes.
Is that a human commanding that vessel? Who are you?
Exotic name. Here to help. I'm right here. I'm the right one for you, baby. I am Captain Captain SpiderMwa. SpiderMwa. Exotic name of the black-shaped blubble snoot. The Alfie. Blobross.
Hello, Captain. But you haven't answered my question fully. Why are you here? Where are you from?
Earth.
Has the slave shield been lifted from Earth?
Nope.
Are the Ur-Quan finally defeated?
Far from it.
Simply put, Captain, what do you want from us?
Well, that is a question that I can answer in a couple of different ways. I mean, I'm here to free you from your clothing. I mean, from the slavery of the Ur-Quan.
Look, friend, I appreciate your offer, but we don't want your help. Why? I'll tell you why. Because we're not going to do anything to antagonize the Ur-Quan. That's why.
Ah.
We may not like slavery, but it's a damn sight better than our alternative.
True.
Below us, we have a beautiful world. Maybe it's not Syra, but at least it's a home. That's a lot more than we've ever had before the war, before the Ur-Quan became our masters.
How you doing? I'm the bastard who's built would curse countless networks with lag back in the day. I've had an interesting and amusing idea for a new BRB bathroom pick involving all of your plushies. We'll message you later on Discord. Okay, Goblin. News is just 3 hours old. Farewell, Stingfellow Hawk, aka Jan Michael Vincent. Sounds familiar, that name. Remind me, Specky, of who this Jan Michael Vincent, aka Stingfellow Hawk is. Airwolf! Right, Airwolf, of course. Rest in peace. Now, I didn't really watch Airwolf that much back in the day. Pretty much I watched the first season. The intro is epic, it's so epic, yeah, I still remember the tune. That sticks with you. The music is so good in the intro. 80s TV shows had the greatest theme tunes, right? I mean, these days, all of today's shows, the theme tunes just pale in comparison to the awesomeness of 80s TV tunes. Mostly because the theme tunes to today's TV shows are like that short. Like Knight Rider, MacGyver. Let's see what else. Street Hawk. That's another good one. The SIP chip version is divine too. Yeah, but the game is not. Operatic. Airwolf was a really great show, alas it suffered from Voltron conclusions. The theme song held your hand on how the fight was going down. Would you tell me a bit about your people and your culture?
Our species are almost identical, almost too close a match to be just a coincidence. Our bodies are very similar, Captain.
Well, yours is...
Except for certain parts. Our cultural development is also mostly parallel. Like you Earthlings, we evolved a society from primitive tribes whose main function were to protect themselves from the large reptiles native to our old world.
Ah.
The main difference between our two sets of cultures, the split in the paths of our development, occurred in what would have been your prehistory, say 5000 BCE.
Quite a long ago.
In your world, the agricultural communities were conquered by the more primitive, but also more aggressive migratory herding people.
Yeah.
This led to a particular kind of sexual and political dominance structure, which pervaded almost all of your Earth cultures until the early 21st century. On Syra, our only primitive migratory tribes were confined to our mountainous regions. Their herd beasts, the Weimar, did not do well in the agricultural basins and plains. The two cultures were isolated until much later, when the technological superiority of the farmers curtailed any major conflict.
What was Syra like?
It was our paradise, Captain. Our Eden.
Cool.
Earth is the only world we know of whose variety and richness of life even comes close to Syra.
Nice.
Again, like so many other things about our two species, our worlds were very much the same. At least before you began encasing yours in concrete and plastic.
That's how we live.
Syra's gravity was a bit lighter than Earth's, and its day was 50% longer.
Long day.
Our diurnal cycle is therefore different from yours. We spend 20 hours awake, followed by 10 hours horizontal.
Horizontal in what manner exactly, and can you help me in that? I mean, what happened to Syra?
This subject is very difficult for us, Captain, but I will try to recount those sad days. Like your solar system, ours had a large population of comets and asteroids. Large meteor impacts, though rare, were not unheard of on our planet. So it was not a total shock when an asteroid penetrated our atmosphere and hit the surface. What was odd was that unlike most other meteors, this one was not pulverized on impact.
Really?
It penetrated the crust, and indeed went all the way through to the mantle, causing a supervolcano.
Yeah, we have one of those these
caused
days.
by the impact were severe. The magma pumped out of the caldera wreaked significant damage on the nearby terrain.
Understandable.
But within a few weeks, it had cooled, forming a solid rock bandage over the wound. Within a few months, we had cleaned up the mess. The caldera was calming down nicely, and things were pretty much back to normal. Then, just over a year after the impact, all hell broke loose on the surface of Syra.
What kind of hell?
Huge calderas were opening all over, not just around the meteor impact, but everywhere. The scope of the disaster is impossible to imagine. Entire cities sliding into oceans of molten lava.
Damn.
Kilometer-wide sections of land pulverized by a cataclysmic explosion.
Damn.
And clouds of poison gas and superheated steam created a death shroud around Syra.
Damn. Is that a metaphor for sex or the sperm meeting the egg? No, this is a story of their home planet getting destroyed by a meteor. Nothing to do with sex. Or sex. Or ziggy. Not a metaphor at all. A true story. Syra was destroyed by the meteor. That caused a planetary disaster. Has the Airwolf theme now firmly stuck in the ear? Good. An earwolf. Am I helping? So, Commander Talana, what are you doing here?
When the Ur-Quan conquered us over 20 years ago,
Well,
I was
about
only
20
a
years.
young girl living in Habitat 31. My older sister Diani was a starship officer in the Space Patrol. She was part of the final defense at Raynet. She didn't make it back.
Sorry to hear that.
When the Ur-Quan caught us in open space, we all thought we were going to die.
Understandable.
But then, instead of killing us, the Ur-Quan offered us a choice. We could join the ranks of their combat thralls, or we could be slave shielded in our homeworld.
Same for us.
Like the people of Earth, we chose peace. We became fallow slaves.
Just like
When
Earthlings.
the Ur-Quan told us to return to our homeworld, we explained that we had none. Ur-Quan Master 9 explained that they had encountered this situation before, and if we would provide them with a list of our requirements, they would use their extensive astronomical data stores to find a planet for us. So we told them about Syra, about the color of its sky, about the abundant life forms, about the fertility of the soil and seas. Less than an hour later, we received a terse message from Master 9.
Terse?
We were to proceed to these coordinates and disembark. This was to be our new home. But our new world, Gaia, was everything we described. We've been searching for a home planet for 75 years.
That long?
And in the end, it was our enemies who gave one to us. I grew up on a small island off the main continent, and like all of my people, we lived each day under the sick, red glow of the slave shield. When the Ur-Quan arrived 7 years ago to refurbish and recruit the starbase, I was selected as the new commander.
Muzzle top. It would be nice if the Ur-Quan would actually leave a choice on what color the shield would be, instead of everything being red. Would it be nice? So what happened to you at the end of the war?
When we first met your people, we've been wandering through the stars for almost 75 years, ever since the death of Syra, our home planet.
Yeah, we heard about that just now.
We joined your alliance, and I use the word joined loosely, because we had no other choice. The Fox were raiding our slow habitat columns, and we had nowhere else to go. We fought for survival, Captain, nothing more. When your people on Earth were defeated, the Alliance just plain fell apart.
True.
The Yehat and Shofixi retreated to their native stars and didn't want us to follow. The Ariru, those creepy little weasels, just plain bugged out. Vanished,
We found them.
leaving us alone, with nowhere to go, smack in the path of the oncoming Ur-Quan Armada.
Elbows.
What were we supposed to do? Fight? 2/3 of our habitat fleet was unarmed. Many aren't even superluminal. We were going to be annihilated if we resisted, and we knew it. When the Ur-Quan surrounded us and started giving orders that all ended with, "or die," we took them at face value. We obeyed. In exchange, they gave us Gaia, the planet below. It's a beautiful world, Captain. I wish I could show it to you.
I wish
But
you
don't
could show something
misunderstand
else.
me. We love our freedom as much as anybody else, but we've got a good life here, and we don't want to lose it.
Very commendable. What the hell? Upstairs neighbor decided to start working again. What the hell are they pounding in there at this hour? Sounds like a rubber mallet or something like that. Maybe they're pounding the wall. Speaking of annoying neighbors, whatever happened to Raisin? Did his neighbors kill him? I don't know, he's still around on Discord, but he hasn't been around to Retku's or my streams in like a month. Probably over a month, but I see him on Discord, he's just playing games all the time. All day, every day. I haven't even seen Renzo in here in a while. I don't know what happened, they just stopped watching. It's their choice. At least Renzo has explained that he's been busy with work, but I don't know anything about Raisin. If you love freedom and hate the Ur-Quan, why won't you help us?
Like I said before, Captain, we would like to help, but we are unwilling to risk losing Gaia. Unless you can find a much more compelling reason for us to get involved, you're on your own.
Well, goodbye, Commander Talana. I will be back.
Until then, Earthling.
She called me just an Earthling. Well, now that we found them, we can go find out what the hell might have happened to their home world, which is on somewhere in Copernicus. Beta Copernicus. There. Let's go find out. Is this an enhanced version of the game? Yes. This is the Ur-Quan Masters HD remaster. Which in itself is already like 15 years old of a game. I mean, the game was made open source in 2002, and people caught on to it and made this HD remaster. And there are mods and extensions to the game, all kinds of that, but I just have the basic vanilla HD remaster. It's good enough because it's it is the vanilla game, but just with voice acting and new music. That's it. That should be Beta Copernicus right in front of us. Right here. So it should be the innermost planet. Planet number 1. That should be Syra. Or maybe not. Oops. No moons, I wanted to the planet. It's nothing worth of taking anyway. Wow. When she said that it's full of magma and all that, causing a huge disaster on the planet, she wasn't lying. It's shattered world. Mineral? Oh, there's a lot of mineral energy. 1. Nothing biological. But there is an energy source here, so let's go investigate. While gathering all this lovely, lovely stuff. Report from surface. Near an unusual volcanic fumarole, we have found a fragment of some kind of biological encasement or shell, which is made of an incredibly tough, heat-resistant mat of fungal fibers. We can find no sign of any life form which may have hatched from this eggshell, but we will bring it back to the flagship for further study. End of report. I just played through Star Control Origins a few months back. If you like this, you would like that too. I've heard a lot of people hating Star Control Origins, and also the original makers of this game are actually suing the makers of Origins because they made the it is not a Star Control game originally, but they put Star Control name in there without permission, and they're being sued right now by Paul Reich III and whoever the other one was, Fred something. It's a Mycon egg, isn't it? Mm-hmm. But yeah, the makers of Star Control Origins is getting sued by them because they planted the name there without permission. A lot of people even hated the game anyway because it doesn't feel like a real, like a Star Control game anyway. Yeah, it sucks. Star Control 2 is way better. Star Control 3 sucked as well. I do have Star Control 3. I only played it a little bit because I got bored with it. Oh, didn't miss anything. Right. So now we got an egg case. So what we should do now, with the egg case in tow, we should go back home and get it analyzed. Take care, Goblin. See you later. Strong weather in here. Star Control 3 felt more like planetary base management than exploration. And that's what I've heard, that it's more... People have compared it like to an RTS than an exploration. Open world exploration game. And people always complain about the puppetry as well, but that the design on the new design on everything, it looks stupid because it's puppets. I don't mind. Just like Master of Orion 3, then Spreadsheet, the game. I'm not even looking at the weather or anything here. We're going in here because it's treasure. When we find a treasure planet, no hesitation of landing there. And the voice acting sucks. I don't remember the voice acting in Star Control 3. But then again, I only tried it for like 30 minutes. Only took me 30 minutes to get bored with it. Maybe I played it for an hour, but I don't remember. It's been a while. The legal stuff is pretty sad, I agree with that, but I really like the game though. I think it's like this, but rendered to be more modern graphics and stuff, different races, good humor. I like it. Star Control 3 sure is bad. Alright, Star Control 3. I remember it got that awful reviews. And the music kind of sucks, come to think of it. They ruined the FWIFO. I've heard about that complaint too, that the FWIFO was ruined in Star Control 3. Everybody's favorite Spothy was ruined. But don't you worry, I will never touch the Star Control 3. At least on streams. Never gonna play it here. Why not? Why would I want to play a bad game? Could be fun. I mean, if it's not fun for me, it will not be fun for you to watch. Just me being in misery like all the time, like, this sucks, this is awful, Just saying. That the entertainment value would not be high for anybody. Wow, look at all that good stuff. Have you forgiven me about TFTD? Yeah. I mean, why would I be angry to you about it? I'm angry at the game, not you. I just had forgotten how freaking hard the game is. I have no reason to be angry at you about it. At least I gave it a fair shot, you know. Played it as long as I could. I see gold! $5 platinum. Yeehaw. We're rich. Everything else is just base metal. Base metal. Oh boy. Now that's what I like to see. Blue. Go, get all that. And now we can get out of here. Just leave this place, go to quasi space, and go home. Although there is a Mycon. Might be risky. Time to kick Lord of Terror in the nuts. See you later. Good luck. Good luck, Vandalanen, on beating the Lord of Terror himself.
We are part of SpiderMwa. SpiderMwa is the hot light in the darkness. All else is unfulfilled void. We are the Mycons.
I wonder how you would taste fried in butter. Time to die. Mycon, please try to understand. We wish peace between our peoples.
A single spore lands, finds nourishment in decay, and soon attains maturity. In turn, it exhales a cloud of new life, 1,000 spores. Each lands, finds nourishment in decay. So progresses SpiderMwa.
Don't trouble yourself. I'll see myself out.
SpiderMwa fills my fibers, and I grow turgid. Violent action ensues.
Yep, not gonna be avoiding fights against these guys, so... Not sure if Blob Ross would be effective against them. Although he's the best ship we got. Let me see, what was Mycons? They shoot the big ball of destruction, and the closer it hits, the stronger it is. It dissipates in the longer it travels, until it vanishes, if it doesn't hit you at all. And the other one that they have is the shield that protects them for a while, but it eats up their batteries. At least that's what I remember their abilities, their ship's abilities being. I hope they're right. Should I try out the... These sound like real fun, guys. Should I try out the oars? I'm curious about the oars ship. Whoop! Get dead! No, they grow their own numbers back. That's their special ability. is a tough fight. The ores are not the best against the Mycon, apparently. Oh! Fuck! That hurt.
Go.
I'm gonna load up the game, but I want to try this. Yeah. Should have sent Blob Ross right away. Yep. I feel like we've just been slimed. No, that's the Vox. Voxel slimes here. How many were there here? Jeez. Damn, it's a lot of root. Devices, and close the barrel. We're out of here. No fights. I mean, I could easily destroy them, of course, but don't feel like it. I just want to get home. My cargo is full. My hovercraft is full of eels. Also, do we get the Yehat now? I hope so. If not, I'll have to go visit them again.
Greetings, Captain. I'm ready to assist you.
Maybe it'll take a while.
The analysis reads as follows. Subject Mycon egg case. Data? We really didn't know Mycon came from eggs, but our analysis of this sheath shows that it's been subjected to phenomenal temperatures and pressures. The most unusual aspect of the egg case is its size. We know Mycons range in height from 0.5 to 3.5 meters, but our reconstruction of the whole egg case shows it to be over 25 meters high.
Damn.
Summary. If a Mycon came out of this, it's gotta be really big. That's the end of our scientist's report.
I mineral still up there. Tons of.
More fuel for the fire, eh?
I was all white. Yeah. Must be a hair in the freaking glasses. Itching on the nose.